What is up, everyone? In this video, I'm going to show you how to play Bel'veth, and I'm going to go over everything you need to know, including her mechanics and her comboing. So for starters, we're going to be soloing Raptors here. I think her as a champion is just really good at solo Raptors. You can start red if you get a leash, but a lot of times you're not going to end up getting a leash. There also is a strategy where you can solo the enemy Raptor, but this game we're going to play it safe, and you should always play it safe when you're learning a new champion. For comboing, we're always going to Q and then auto once to maximize our Q cooldown. And I'm going to talk a lot about that as we're farming. So you can start with just kind of stacking it up into a Q auto. As you can see there. It's not, you don't have to get it perfect, but you do want to hit relatively all of them as you farm. So here, you're going to go E level 2. And we're going to be going to the Crux. So it's why it's important to Q it and just make sure you maximize by autoing once. It's because you want to put your Q on cooldown as soon as possible. As you can see here, what I'm doing. And I'm going to E as I'm getting it lower and lower, because your E does missing health damage. That's a big thing. Your E doesn't really do any damage until the target starts to get low. So when you put it, you always want to Q auto, Q auto, Q auto, and then Q auto. And then as you're done, you're just going to use the passive attack speed to finish it off. And here I'm going to E and smite at the same time to maximize the missing health damage. As you can tell, those are your kind of clear basics, because you want your Q to come back, as you can see, relatively together. This just makes it much easier for you to farm faster and stuff, like just fighting as well. So here, Q auto, I'm always angling to make sure I can hit everything instead of just letting it hit a few and skipping a couple others. You can always drag the camp too as you're doing it, just like what I'm doing, to speed up your clear, and just be very careful about resetting your camps when you're playing like that. So here my Qs are all back up. So auto Q, auto Q, auto Q, auto Q, and this is just how I generally maximize my damage. Here I'm going to hit the W and just going to keep going with my timer. So I played a bit safe with the leash range, but it's up to you how you want to do that. But you don't really need to leash as much as possible. It really isn't that important to be super fast. Just be smart about how you're practicing your mechanics. Like, a big thing is just practicing the mechanics that I want you to focus on. And here we're able to get there by the crab timer. We see the wave is kind of, you know, in the middle. They're playing pretty safe. Zyra is looking to ward here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go behind Zyra, and I'm just going to ping her so we know we should go on her. Do the knock up into the auto, into the E for that perfect execution. And it's a very easy game, you know. The general thing for Bel'veth is, okay, so if you dash, you always want to dash forward once and then W. The idea of this is if you hit your W, it gives you an extra dash charge in the direction that you are facing. So that's really good, because why, it allows us to get another dash, and that's very important to the whole synergy of the kit. So here we're going to gank the new champion, and we're going to incorporate what we talked about. We're going to start with our dash, hit our stun, go for our E damage. Unfortunately, we missed out on a bit there. We do have abilities coming back up. E is a really important one for killing people on the gank, so we always want to watch out for that. Personally, I think if I hit a W, he will die. I can always E for that damage reduction. We'll flash. Ugh. All right, that's good enough. 2 kills is huge for our buy. You know, it's just really big. And we're going to go into the Kraken Slayer. Kraken Slayer is a really good buy. It's really popular. The new build on Bel'veth is to sort of go into Kraken Slayer, into Stridebreaker, and then Wit's End, Death's End. So this is a core build on Bell. So our early buys, if we can build into this component, the Noon Quiver, it's very good. So I'm pretty happy with the early game so far. We were able to full clear, and just really happy. So always start W with the cam, into a smite, into the E. Remember we talked about it. We just want the Q cooldown to go ASAP. I'm just going to E to speed this up a bit. And you just want to maximize that Q cooldown and just practice your auto attack spacing. And really, as champions, that's simple. Like what I talked about, when you dash once, hit the W, you get another dash. But you just have to get used to, what I find really weird is just the whole gimmick of her dashing. because you have a directional ability. There I was able to keep the dashes going because the dashes are all in direction it's pointing at. It gets really awkward. I know you're gonna feel the same thing as we all feel. It's really awkward how that dash stuff works, but you do get used to it. But just remember, you always want to use your dash once, then W, and you pretty much get 2 dashes forward. And the dashes all work in a pretty graceful angle, so it's not as unforgiving as you would think. Here, if I get a kill, I just get stacks, which is really important for me as I'm trying to snowball the game. It looks like the game is going to be a group and fight game, so we're just going to spice it up a bit, and we're just going to look to fight. This champion's really good for early fights. If your E is up, if they're 20% HP, that's a kill. Here, I might have to use 2 dashes in this situation. I think I would take too much damage if I keep going forward here. Alright, that was ambitious. I probably shouldn't have done that, right? But I'm testing the waters, you know? The new champion did get buffed, but he's still pretty bad. If I was a bit stronger, we're going to run him over completely. He's good into dash champions because of his fear and his damage, but he's quite bad into blink champions, so like a Zed would just completely destroy him. Here I'm looking to 6. 6 is a really good buy. I mean, getting level 6 will just enable us really hard. Or just killing Zyra right now. Looks like we might be going for the Zyra kill first. Okay, maybe I do not get my dash for it. I mean, Zyra dies, so it's like a win for us. So I'm gonna go back to farming. This game is getting weird. I don't want to keep it weird. Our goal early game is to just get our farm, get a couple kills, and then play for Herald generally. That is literally your game plan when you're playing Bel'veth. I want this Herald. This Herald is game changing. It's like winning the lotto if you get this early Herald. But this guy, I think I can run him down in this situation. I just have to dodge a couple spells. I'm gonna E damage reduction that ability. If I get another dash, I think he'll die here. No, man, his trippy's too fast. All right, next time I'm gonna obliterate that child. It's not really a child. Mr. Twinkie will be going down next fight. I promise you that. I promise you on my grave. But ideally, you don't want to be getting into these random fights. You want to play for farm. I was so close to Kraken Slayer. I should just kept farming. There's no reason for us to put ourselves in such a, or just a sad position. So we're just gonna play smart now. Let's just play clean. We had our fun early game. Let's play for Herald. Let's play for farm. But this buy is huge for us. So I just want you to know that you're really strong at this point. You should be really happy to fight here too. This guy's no flash now, so he should be an easy kill. I should have waited for the minion wave. I should have waited for the minion wave. I should have waited for the minion wave. It's okay. It's okay. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Yeah, don't do that. Don't tank tower to get your transformation. So transformation is really big, but it can easily be your death sentence as well. But I don't want this guy to do Herald, so I'm still pretty happy with fighting. If we can get a fight here. Inori, try not to lose your mind challenge in this game. Would you do Raptors fast, just one-shot it, right? Okay, I missed that. Okay, we got something going. Okay, we got to get the early one. It does go away after like 10 seconds. Its transformation is huge. It pretty much picks up whichever one that's nearby too. Listen, I missed that W on Nunu because I wanted him to go in, okay? And here, this is a perfect timer to do Herald. And once you get this Herald, you pretty much blow up the... You get your Mega Form, and the Mega Form is... the Mega Form is what you're pretty much going for. It spawns Super Babies, and the Super Babies are really good for sieging and getting a bunch of gold off tower pushes. Your E damage with cracking goes up a lot. So here I have my super form. This is what really enables you to snowball easily. So I'm going to go behind him here. I have my ability. Go, my child. Be free. I have to kill him. Revenge of the Sith part 2. I can't stand the fact that he killed me so many times. And here when we get the Stridebreaker base, this game is completely in our control. This champion is so good scaling wise. We're super good into tanks like Nunu. Pretty much champs that are really far range like Huawei could be a problem, but I should be able to outplay him, so it's not a big deal. And once you get the whip and once you get the Stridebreaker, how you incorporate it into your build or your comboing is pretty much you use it in your dash animation. So just like that, you're gonna use it just like what I just showed you. Press Q and then press your item. It's actually very clean, the comboing of it. Oh, they're actually on him. Okay, I guess I'm perma-stunned for a year and a half, but it's okay. Oh, that's some damage right there. There's some damage right there. Get him, lads. Get him. Burn him. Burn him with the ignite. Oh, he got healed. Pretty rad. He got a Herald. Nice. I was trying to dash out, but I got CC'd for a year and a half. They get the dragon. It's not a big deal. For us, we're just going to keep making sure we can impact the map well and farm jungle. It's important to farm jungle, but guys, when a game is this spicy, you just gotta, mamma mia, join into the spice. But ideally, I would say play for more farm. Here I'm gonna transform. Always play around the dash animation. Oh, I don't know how I missed that. But we get the kill. Like I said, I'm a tank killer. And you can always dash over walls when you get the super transformation. Ooh, I should press R because I was gonna die anyways. Always good to pick up the stack. The stack gives you attack speed. It gives you a lot of attack speed. Very important to the core game pattern we're playing. But I'm sort of becoming a god, so I may try to slow down. I may just keep killing people on sight because it is a game like that. I feel comfortable mechanically to do that. For you guys, if you feel not as comfortable mechanically, do not do it. Practice your comboing. Like I said, press your dash in your Stridebreaker combo. Also use your dashes when you leave base. You can always use it twice and then save this next two when you're about to go in your jungle camp. So remember, Stridebreaker into a dash, very nice comboing. It's just important to remember all the combos I was talking about this game. It takes time, but you will eventually become pretty comfortable with it. Here, I think the Varus is pushing. I'm probably not going to fight 1v3. Eventually, I'll feel comfortable. Right now, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I feel much more comfortable killing this Varus. I'm going to try to dodge his R if I can. Or just... Ooh, he actually AP Varus, though. Yeah, Nunu, you're such a rat, though. I think I'm going to go Merctrez. They're pretty AP heavy, so Merctrez will enable us quite well. I'm going to switch to Sweeper. Sweeper's good for helping us clear vision wherever we go. But it's starting to get to the point where I can start to take side waves. That's when you get really strong. It makes the game so much easier when I'm able to just start pretty much taking side waves. And here I'm going to go bot side, and I'm going to try to do as much impact as we can. It's okay to die, and you know, when you're playing this champion, it's really important to practice your mechanics. That's like rule number one. I try to teach people. You know, try to take fights. Try to take fights. Even though the fights may not be the best for you, it's important to learn. Here, I'm going to just start sidelaning a bit more. Remember, it's the Inori divide and conquer strategy. Always start to incorporate it in your games as you start to get to the point where the jungle debuff goes away. 15 minutes is okay. Ideally around like 18 to 19 minutes, you want to start using Divide and Conquer. A very powerful tool. They actually don't need me there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out whatever visions here. And I'm going to start counting jungling the Nunu. I'm going to take whatever camps are here. Why take your jungle when you can take the enemies, right? Thing is, it can be awkward here. Yeah, like this. But I guess. I mean, here we're just super. This is how I pretty much win games that I just like got really ahead of. No care for what other people. Just get as much jungle as possible. And just fight as much as we can. The Nunu rolls in once again. What a surprise, Nunu. Throw that snow at me. I love it. It's beautiful. For builds, Cleaver I actually find really good on her. Or Death Stance for armor and... what's it called? Wit's End for MR. I think Cleaver is really nice because you stack it fast, but just the HP ability haste on it really helps your E cooldown being reduced. The E damage reduction is really high once you max it out. But overall... like I said, we're getting close to 20 minutes. We want to play for this Herald. We want to start to just take side lanes. If I'm able to break this tower or this tower, this is how you're winning as a jungler. Like, if you want to carry as jungle anymore, it's not about farming your jungle. Like, at 20 minutes, even before, you got to start getting these outers. They're worth like 700 gold. You could feed your family for a year if you get them. Very important. There's a bit of a fight going on, but I'm going to try to do this fast. And I might go on the TP here. This Varus is TPing a flank. I think I will kill him. Q, remember, dash once, hit W, you get a free dash. E for damage, and then boom, one shot. If you miss your W, pretty much it's just not good to dash again. This is literally how the champion operates. If I dash forward and I W as our combo, and I miss that W and I don't get my second dash forward, you pretty much don't want to go in again. It's just bad. You always have to hit the W. If you learn to hit the W, that's all the mechanics you need to know on this champion. I think I can fight him here. I'm getting close, Jin. I'm getting close where I'm going to kill the Nunu, watch you and stare you down and then murder you after. But just so you wait, you're going to get your time. I'm starting to get strong enough where I'm just going to take over the side lane. But I should get my Pokemon at the very least. We're getting close. I'm going to farm, but it's getting close to 20 minutes. The second Herald is really good. And what my plan is to farm this to get my Pokemon. And then after that, I will do the Herald. And then I'll just take over the side lane. I'll probably end the game. I'm thinking about around lunchtime, I'll probably end the game. So it'll just be really quick and easy. Probably really off this one Herald. So farm this side. See how I'm thinking before what I'm even going to do. Use death timers to think. Use your brain. Think about what you should be doing. Just read the map. And remember, 2 dashes forward when we leave base. By the time we get close, it's going to be back up. I'm going to kill the camps here and I'll probably do Herald. So here we Q and Stridebreaker at the same time. Like that. Probably do skip Krugs as I do. I just want to get, we talked about my green Pokemon. Herald is actually timed out, so we're not going to be going for that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start the push top side. Your Baron is really fast, but I don't want to do a 20-minute Baron because it becomes a bit... It just takes a while, just 2 people, even if I'm super fast on it. I'd rather just set up a push and just... Sometimes I use this wave as I clear the other guy's jungle as like a baiting tool. So if anyone shows up on this wave, I'm just happy to kill them. Like this Huawei guy. I'm gonna transform. Once you transform, pretty much online. I'm very strong. We have our transformation, so I'm just gonna cross. E the damage reduction, dodge all abilities as well. This guy's playing with fire, he doesn't know it yet. Kill him fast and just dodge all of Jin's abilities. Where you go, I kill him, I promise you that. Alistar, you gotta go, Alistar. You took a million years. My grandchildren were born in the time that Alistar decided to do something. Do not be like this, Alistar. You just gotta go. When it's time to go, just go. But I'm feeling pretty strong. I'm gonna base and get my cleaver by. I think they might do Herald, so... or Baron. So what I'm gonna do is just make sure they're not on it. If they're not on it, I'm gonna base. I have 3,000 gold. So here's when you look whether you need Death Stance or MR. This game I need MR, so I'm gonna go into Wit's End. Just get the MR first as you're building it. Here's where I can really take over the game. I could easily do Baron as well. So my game plan is very simple. I'm just gonna go group up, maybe do one camp. If not, just probably start the Baron and just kill them here. And looking like they're ready to fight. So I use my 2 dashes in one direction because I know they're gonna be back up by the time I get there. They're really going deep, so I want to kill primary targets. Huawei is a primary. Zyra is not bad to kill too. We can always dash over walls at this point, so... Honestly, a lot of times you're just right-clicking them down too. Yeah, there isn't really super important mechanics you have to do. This champion, half of this champion just plays... She plays herself, pretty much. Just do the dashing combo and just press E when they're below a certain amount of HP. You can see how fast we're able to do Baron. I don't really need to E, but you can always E when it starts to get low. Like here, I'll probably E and smite to burn it down. You also get the super Baron, the super form, when you kill Baron Nashor, so it's really nice. So here I have a really big wave. I'll show you guys how it works. When you get a Baron form or a Herald form, you spawn babies. So as the wave dies, pretty much what's going to happen is babies are going to spawn. I could just use this wave to build up a really super wave to either end the game or just, you know, put a lot of pressure. With Baron, it lasts a really long time, so I'm pretty good. And it's just really good to just have so much damage. And if whoever tries to defend, we're most likely just going to kill them. We need the damage reduction. Oh my god, it's so close to actually just surviving there. You see how fast my attack... Like a little mantis shrimp in the wild I am. You could go to Titanic is also an option if you want to build Titanic, but this game I think I'm going to go into my DD. But she's a hyperscaler. We're literally reaching God mode, super scaling mode. But it's really good to just go in a side lane when you have the Baron form. Pretty much what I did there. Perfectly okay. Your E gives you a 7% damage reduction. Even if you get CC'd, the damage reduction actually stays. So it's really cool interaction to remember. But the damage mostly, it's all about when they're around. You can think about it like when you have items around 30%, they'll pretty much die. they're really squishy, maybe even lower. But I always play around the idea, like if I get them to 30%, they can't really run out of the E range too, so it's really nice. There's a ward here, so we're just gonna clear it. And here we're just gonna play it to end as we did before. Same thing, we're just gonna go with our waves and push. I most likely can kill them all without dying now, so that's really good for us. So I get my super form, probably run them down here. Always use the walls when you transform, just... I'll slap him. I'll slap him. E to damage reduction, and you can always deactivate it by pressing it again. I'm gonna jump over here, join the Jhin. Dude, when you get so much attack speed, it's just hilarious. It's because it keeps stacking and the bonus when you transform, like what we're able to do here. I'm gonna reset tower aggro. I'm gonna just back it up here. Try to dodge. I don't want to die for free. I'll go back in if I hit a W. The amount of damage I'm bringing, guys, I'm like, let's listen. You should be playing her. But I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, leave me in a comment below if you want to see me play certain champions or whatever you like. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was knowledgeable, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Good luck in your games.